throw it on the floor and it can bounce up above your head. You can bounce it off walls, and that gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of ways to use this really creatively, and I really like that aspect of it. But if you throw it and it's in the air for too long, if it doesn't bounce off of anything, it will just disappear and it won't flash anybody. Now, I really like these flashes personally because of the implications for how they could work. You could be holding a tight angle and bounce it off the door frame to get right around the corner to potentially flash someone and then swing them with ease, and you can use it really aggressively. You can also just flash people by throwing it above, you know, like in the little windows when you're talking about something like a Scent B. You could bounce it up and back down. There's a lot of interesting ways that you can use this, and I like the fact that it's actually one of the best flashes for close range, it seems. Being able to run behind cover, or maybe like someone flashes you, like a Phoenix flashes you, you back up behind cover and you bounce the flash off of a wall as you're behind cover. It bounces, will flash the enemy Phoenix, and then you re-swing. That could be a really cool counter flash method, and I really like the close range outplay ability.
Kobe Bryant, 4 months, come back to Top Academy. Thank you, Kobe Bryant. Wait, are you serious? Are you guys gonna dodge, or should I just start one? Okay, never mind.
Are you streaming?
Yeah. I just got on. I'm just eating and watching videos.
Yeah, what happened?
Alright, it's all good. You guys play.
Of this flash, this is probably
They
one of my
literally
favorites,
invite me for
even
1
though
second, by the
it's
way.
gonna be hard to know just how powerful it is until we see how easy it is to turn on and the different ways that people use it creatively. Now, the next ability we gotta talk about, we're starting to get.
Yeah. You sounded sad. It's not the first time that it's happened to me, you know? It's fine. It's okay. I've been left out my entire life, you know? It's alright. I got left out of GlitchCon. Got left out of Pug Game. It's fine. It's fine. If I have you guys, it doesn't really matter. Shit doesn't really matter.
This guy has a goddamn teleporter. Now, you only get one charge of this, but you can set it to move in a straight line where it will just keep traveling in a straight line, what looks to be at walk speed, or maybe walk speed with a knife out. And when you press the button again, you will teleport right to wherever it ends up. You can also just set it stationary and it will stay there, and you can go do your own thing and then always just teleport right back to it. Now, here's the thing though. You have a little tiny bar you see above the ability in this clip or this footage, and that really lasts a long freaking time. You could actually like go on a really aggressive play, something similar to like a Phoenix ult, right? Where you go and you lurk and you go make a play and you can always just teleport back. Now, the reason that this ability is so damn powerful is you can think about how powerful it is for lurking. Imagine you're watching the flank and you want to go, you know, lurk the enemy. You could just like go route yourself in a way, set your teleport down, route yourself to go get a kill. You get a kill on the enemy, and before enemies can come and like, you know, capsize on you, you just teleport right out of there. This is the ability that I have a lot of fear
Twitch
of
Prime to
because
make me
it
feel
just
better.
seems
Thank you so much. Death Nest, tier 1 sub.
like it has the potential to be
Thank you for the Twitch prompts to make me feel better, guys. I
think
appreciate
about
that.
using this teleporter
Those are
with
too
something
kind,
like
man.
an op on defense. You're holding a really long sight line, you take that first op shot, and then boom, you teleport right out of there, and you're holding a completely different angle, maybe a completely different point or area
therapy, Twitch Prime,
altogether.
Stop
I mean,
getting me.
the possibilities
Or
are
in Twitch
endless
Prime,
for this
Stop
type of
getting me.
ability, and it really
Why you don't play with
seems
them?
like something
Well, I
that when
joined,
people master
then they
it, it's
give
gonna
me
be
1
really
second
hard
to
know
join,
where
and
this
then
guy
they got
is
an
and what
instant
he's doing.
queue.
But I'm gonna break all that down when I talk about
And then
his
I'm like, are you guys
cohesive
gonna
kit at the end
dodge?
of the video, so make sure you
Ignored
stay
me.
tuned so you
It's
know
fine.
exactly what to think about as far as this character in pro play and in your ranked meta play. Now, moving on to the last part of this character's kit, and this one might be the craziest out of all of them, and it's his
I got
ultimate,
you, Lorraine.
which is gonna cost
Don't worry.
7, and what this ultimate does is it puts you in a state of invisibility and invulnerability. You heard me right. You grab it, and you're something akin to, you know, being like a Reyna in her ultimate when she gets a kill and she grabs that dismiss. Now, that being said, there's several differences and there's several big important things that you need to think about when you're talking about this ultimate in particular. First off, you can just use it on demand, instantly going invisible and invulnerable. So you could use it to counter like joint rushes, or you could do it to counter something like a razor rocket, whatever the case may be.
They ignored you because you can only op and not rifle. Mods?
No matter what people are throwing at you, you can at the very least reposition and get out of danger. But you can always pop out of this ultimate whenever you want to, and while there is a delay, you can start firing again. So you could easily like use it, reposition, pop out, and be ready to frag the enemy. Now the thing is, enemies can still hear you, and that's something that's really important. At least that's what this Russian translation has told me. For preference, not all of these abilities might be exactly what I say because we just don't have a perfect translation. But from what we know right now, it seems that they can hear your footsteps. However, because you're completely invisible and invulnerable, you can use your other ability where you send out fake footsteps to really trick enemies.
What are you eating?
On top of that, because of the really delayed activation of the flash, you could like throw an arced flash, go invisible, it could pop against a wall, flash enemies, and you could pop out as you're turning around and kill the enemies once they're flashed. There's just a million different combos you could think about using this with the rest of your kit. Now that I broke down this character's kit, what are my first impressions? This character is absolute trash. No, I'm just kidding. This character's freaking insane.
Busted.
Now I really get why Riot preemptively said don't panic when we see the reveal of this character, and to trust them for not making a character intentionally overpowered so that, you know, people will want to get on the hype of the game or whatever the case may be. They said that preemptively so that they would build trust up because they already knew just how crazy we would think automatically that this character is, because, I mean, got flashes, got a teleportation, has ability to misdirect enemies, and you can just think about all these abilities going together. Opping will be absolutely nuts on him. The ability to escape is incredible. You can take long aggressive flanks or lurks, and you have multiple get out options between a teleport, between an invisibility immortality, between being able to flash enemies, plus
Opping would be
footsteps
insane
to
on
take
this
a
guy.
leg up in a 1v1. You probably are going to win the duels, and even if you don't, you always have a get out if things don't work correctly. Now, that being said, even though I think this character is really crazy, I'm really excited to have a character like this in the game because, like I said, it plays on an axis that we're not quite used to, messing with the sound that you hear, you know, you take sound for granted a lot of the time, and now you just can't take it for granted, and it's gonna be really punishing not being able to actually convert on this character. It's gonna also be very hard to refrag this character. So it's pretty interesting in that regard, and while this character might eventually need to be nerfed or whatever the case may be, I really like the design of the character. Really sick design. I like the graphics. I like the idea of the character, and I'm glad that they're at the very least pushing the bounds because I think that Valorant as a whole can have much crazier and interesting dynamic abilities. But definitely let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Do you think he's overpowered, underpowered? Do you like him, hate him? Tell me what you feel. But if you want to be prepared for the upcoming 5 Flash, Breach, Phoenix, Reina, Sky, and this agent meta, then you gotta go to the Game Leap website in the links down below for in-depth advanced VOD reviews, tips.
Hell nah. Oh, hell nah.